Hello students, today we will study about the some more interesting patterns. This is the topic of standard 8 chapter number 6 square and square roots. So first three interesting pattern we have studied in the previous class. So today we will study the more three patterns. So the fourth pattern is a sum of the consecutive natural numbers. Consecutive natural number means if we take 10 as a first natural number, then 11 will be the consecutive. So 10 and 11 we can say they are the consecutive natural numbers. So here see, if we make the square of the 3, then what will happen? 3 square is equals to 9, and 9 we can write down as a 4 plus 5. So 4 and 5 are the consecutive numbers. Sum means if we add both this number we get the 9, and 9 is the perfect square number, and that is the square of 3. So this kind of patterns, see here beginning, here this kind of pattern we can see. See this is 5 square is what? 25. 25 is the sum of, now think which two consecutive numbers, if we add then we get the 25. If we add 12 with the 13 we get the 25. So 12 plus 13, addition of the two consecutive number, that is 25, and that is a perfect square number which is the square of 5. In the same way 7 square. 7 square is 49. And think if which two consecutive number if we add we get the 49. If we add 24 and 25, the addition of these two consecutive numbers is 49, and it is the square of the 7. So how can we know that which two numbers if we add we get the perfect square number? Okay, so let us take one more here example. 13 square. 13 square is 169. Now the digit is big. If there is a small digit, then it is very easy to find out that by which two digit number if we add we get the number. But here the digit is now not smaller digit, it is a bigger digit. So there is a formula. First number that we get is equals to n square minus 1 upon 2, and second number we get is equals to n square plus 1 by 2. Now what is n? N is the number, natural number 13, and n square means 13 square. So here 13 square is, we know that 69. So first number we get here is 169 minus 1 upon 2. That is equals to 168 upon 2, and 168 upon 2 means 84. So the first number we get here is 84. How we can calculate the second number? By putting the value here. N square is 169 plus 1 upon 2. 169 plus 1 is 170 upon 2, and 170 upon 2 means 85. Right? So the two consecutive numbers here we get, that is 85, 84 and 85. So this is the method how we can calculate the two consecutive numbers. Okay? And one thing you have to notice here is that we get this type of patterns for the square of only the odd numbers. We cannot get this type of pattern for any even numbers. Like you can think about, if we take the square of 6, then 6 square is what? 36. So is that two consecutive numbers we get by adding the two consecutive number we get the 36? No, we cannot get the 36 by adding any two consecutive numbers. Okay, so this kind of pattern is only applicable when if we considering the squares of the odd numbers. Now let us study the fifth pattern, that is product of two consecutive even or odd numbers, natural numbers. So here we study about the addition of the consecutive numbers. Here we study now about the product of the two consecutive, either even or the odd. They may be either even or may be odd, but it is not that one number we take even and one number is odd. So let us see, if we multiply 11 with 30, so the consecutive odd numbers here we have taken. After 11, which number we get as a odd number, that is 13. So when we multiply 11 into 13, we get 143. And 143 we can write down as 144 minus 1. Because 143 means 144 minus 1. And 144 is what? 12 square. So 12 square minus 1 is the multiplication of both this number. So what is the in between? We get the natural number 11 and 13, we get the 12. So that is here we get. So this is, see, you can see that is become a pattern. Okay, we can also write down 11 as 12 minus 1 and 13 as a 12 plus 1, right? So 12 minus 1 and 12 plus 1 we can write down as 12 12, 12 square minus plus minus and 1 as it is. So this is a one kind of pattern. See, now consider the another two consecutive numbers, or 13 and 15. So when we multiply 13 and 15, we can write down 13 as a 14 minus 1 and 15 as a 14 plus 1. So 14 14 14 square, 1 1 plus minus minus 1 square, that is 1. So 14 square we know that is 14 square is 196, and 196 minus 1 is 195. So when we multiply 13 and 15, we get 195. So whenever we have the multiplication of any two odd consecutive numbers, and if we know the square of 1 to 20, if we remember, then we can directly find out this multiplication. This will make your calculation fast. Now see, if we want to multiply 15 and 17, then now we can write down it as directly in between 15 and 17, 16 is there. That means 16 square minus 1. And 16 square is what? 256. 256 minus 1 is 225. So you can directly write down 15 into 17 is equals to 255. Okay, now consider the smaller digits 9 and 7. So in between 9 and 7, which natural number is that? 8. So 8 square minus 1, 8 square is 64 minus 1, that is 63. Got it? So whenever we want to find out the product of any two consecutive odd numbers, then we can use this pattern. Right? Now consider the sixth pattern, that is pattern in square numbers. So there is a pattern when we do the square of 111, 1111. So which kind of pattern we can see? If we do 1 square is what? 1. If we do 11 square, we get the 121. So here you can see that we get 1 2 1. Now 111 square is what? 1 2 3 2 1. That means this middle number you can see that it is get increased. Both the side of that number, the numbers are decreasing. 3 2 1 3 2 1. So this is one kind of pattern. See, 1111 square is what we get here is 1 2 3 4 3 2 1. So both the side of this middle number, both the sides number are decreasing. In the same way, 11111 square, that is equals to 1 2 3 4 5 4 3 2 1. Okay. Now see this another pattern. If we make 7 square, we get the 49, right? Then by doing the 67 square, we get 4489. If we do 667 square, we get 444889. So you can see that when what is the number of 6? We get the number of 8. And what is the number of 6? We get the one more of the number 4. Here 6 is one time, but 8 is also one time. 6 is one time, 4 is two time. Now see, 667 square. Now 6 is two time and 8 will be also the two time, but 4 will be three times. So we get 444889. 6667 square. 6 is three times, so 4 we get four times. 4444 and 8 we get three times. 8889. So 4 and 9, see 4 and 9 will be there as the first number and the last number in every case. 666 is 7 square. 6 is 4 times, so we get the 4 5 times. 1 2 3 4 5 and 8 4 times. 88889. Again the 4 and 9 is as the first digit and the last digit. Okay, so these are the sum of the interesting patterns that we have to study in this chapter. Okay, so this is all the patterns, right? So this is all about this lecture. Thank you.